Just quit touching it. It'll be done. Quit touching it.
I need to know if it's bleeding or not.
It's bleeding, but stop touching it. It's not bleeding that much to where it's like it's not gonna drip. I'll tell you if it drips. Just don't touch it. Just quit touching it. You're touching it. Stop touching it.
There it is. I found it.
Yeah. Now you smeared it. Leave it alone. Quit touching it. This is today's pray, and Poppy's neck is bleeding. He cut himself with a razor the other day.
Not a razor, a clipper, and it wasn't.
He had dragon breath loaded up in his clipper, and he shot himself a little bit in the neck with it, like I think they call that a silly goose. Yeah, I think so. Silly goose, silly honker. Quit touching your bloody neck.
I just like blood.
This is today's pray, and we don't like blood on the podcast.
Not on the podcast,
unless it's one of two things. We like blood if it's a little dying dog, and we like blood if it's a little dying seal.
And we like blood diamonds.
That's the third thing. I didn't want to say that because I would offend some people.
When? How was that? That's just a movie.
Well, I'm saying there's people out there who they don't like Leo as much as we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's people who would rather watch Jumanji with The Rock and Kevin Hart than Blood.
Oh, my God.
And I just don't want to offend those people because, those people are just fucking whiny and annoying and fucking bitches.
I believe that.
And I don't like to call the people who like Jumanji that, but because I saw the movie, it wasn't bad. Jack Black was in it. He's a genius. Wouldn't you agree? Quit touching your bloody neck.
I can't help it.
How to manipulate anyone.
Sorry.
What, are you gaslighting me? What do you mean you can't help it? What, are you crazy for touching your neck? You're nuts.
What was that? Hey,
I think you have something to tell me today.
Yeah.
You want to discuss wolves with me?
Yeah.
All right, hit me with
it. That's the exact conversation I want to have, and I think you're going to find this terribly funny. So, have you heard...
if I don't laugh, what are you going to give me?
Your virginity back.
Shake on it.
You'll be a new man. And all the women will want you because women want a fresh boy.
They don't like a guy with a big body count.
They don't like a guy with a smelly dick. That smells of... Because women have women have an amazing sense of smell.
Oh, yeah. I think they smell amazing. I like it when they smell like flowers.
No. Sense of smell.
Like they know,
Like
a deer.
Yeah, like if they're downwind of your dick, they can smell who all you've been with.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But kind of like a wolf. Anyways, oh my gosh, I really am bleeding.
Quit touching it.
I can't stop.
You just put your hand down.
Okay. Is it looking bad?
No. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks fine until you touch it and you're going to make it even more red.
Oh, okay. So in Colorado, they have a thing that we do not have here, which is basically the people can vote, and it's not like, oh, they vote for like the senator or whatever, or the mayor or whatever, and then the mayor chooses what to do. The people somehow can, because they're trying to be innovative, are trying to make it so the people can directly vote for a specific issue. Okay? So each individual vote truly counts in their state. It's not like it has to go through all these steps. Okay? And I don't know the exact how it all happened, but basically someone in the city, we'll say Denver, said, hey, didn't Colorado used to have wolves and now they don't? And other people in cities said, oh yeah, we did used to have wolves, but now we don't because back in the day we killed them all because they're a total nuisance and they destroy everything and kill everything in their path because they're pack hunting animals that are enormous. I don't know if you know how big a wolf is. Imagine semi-big.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Imagine.
Okay, I got.
Imagine 3 German Shepherds.
No, it's not imagine. You said it right the first time.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine 3 German Shepherds. Shove them all together. Get rid of all the different body parts. Just make it all one of each.
Yeah.
Except for eyes and nostrils and legs.
Oh my gosh.
And make it big. You know, a wolf track is like that.
Oh, like a hoof.
Like a hoof. And they're like humongous.
Wow.
So basically, long story short, the people of Colorado voted that they should have wolves now.
Imagine that.
So they decided, okay, against everybody's idea, against all of the people that live out in the country, and they said they did not want wolves, but all the people in the city said
wolves.
They want wolves because they don't have to deal with it. They voted in, now they have wolves. And they are taking wolves from other states and transplanting them to Colorado just because.
Oh, no.
You know why? Because wolves.
Have you fact checked this?
No, I haven't. No, I don't need to. I've watched it online too. I've seen the stuff about it
on the internet.
Yeah, the internet's always true,
It's
but
gotta
no,
be
it is real. It is absolutely real. And so Colorado has voted in wolves, and you know what? One of the things that like people in Colorado have, they don't just have mountains; they also have plains in Colorado.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the main things they have there, sheep.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of
And they're paying a lot of money for wolves,
there's
by
going to
the
be a
way.
lot of boys that cry wolf.
Yes. And there's going to be a lot of
Dead sheep.
sheep.
You know what
Dead.
West Virginia used to have? We used to have a lot of chemical plants
Yeah.
that ruined waters.
Mm-hmm.
I say we bring them back.
We used to have a lot of acid mine drainage, which we still do, but we used to have a lot more.
Us city folk need to vote on that to get that back in the game.
Yeah.
That's part of our culture.
Right. I think that and my point being is about the wolves and the acid mine drainage, and we're just going to bring, you know what, we used to have a lot more rape.
I think so. Yeah.
We used to have we used to have a lot of things that were, some would say are bad, but it belongs.
Yeah.
Right?
Like wait.
Like we used to not be able to do DNA tests for serial killers.
Yeah.
I think we should bring that back.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because if they take a little bit of your DNA, they have you forever.
Right.
So they need to eliminate that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm saying that,
Anything beneficial that's been, weeded out over the years, bring it back.
Like, oh, you want to bring back wolves, Colorado? Well, I think if you're going to bring back wolves, you should also bring back high noon shootouts and wasps.
And
Like a lot of wasps. Like way too many wasps. You know what wasps do for the environment? Fucking nothing.
bring them back.
You know what wolves do for the environment? Fucking nothing.
I think we should bring back stretcher torture devices.
Yes.
Stretch people out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we also need to bring back the electric chair.
Does it
shock
not
some sense into some of these motherfuckers.
Right. With that being said, people always say like, and I'm not getting political with this. I just want you to know.
Okay. Hit me with
But
it.
it's going another direction. But people always say like, yeah, when you vote for things like, it doesn't even matter if you vote for stuff because, the government's going to do whatever they want and all this stuff. Well, no fucking shit. Because the one time you can vote for something, you vote wolves.
You vote wolves back into existence in Colorado.
Yeah. You vote, I want everything to be killed and people's lives ruined.
Because I like the way they look.
Colorado, the reason people move there, 1, weed. 2 is because it's the number 1 place to travel and hike and do all these amazing hikes in out west without having to worry about grizzly bears or any type of predators.
And now?
So now people are going to be like, oh, I'm just going to go out here. Go fucking shit.
It gets stupefied.
They're going to be stupefied when the wolves. Well, maybe they're only night wolves.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll only come around at night.
Right.
The day wolves are nice.
Day wolves are nice because I almost met a day wolf once, and it was close to me, but I didn't see it until I saw where its tracks were.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it was really close to me, and it was a day wolf.
I met a dusk wolf.
It was actually a morning wolf.
I met a dusk wolf once.
Yeah.
It was really kind and tender-hearted.
Right, but it wore a leather jacket.
Well, it came up to me, had its leather jacket on, and it's very nice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, this is actually like a pleasant wolf.
Right.
But then
Offered you a cigarette.
tried to give me a cigarette. You know I don't like that.
But it was being
It offered.
genuine, yeah.
It offered. But what I did,
Mm-hmm.
me and my crew of humans,
right.
yeah, we lynched him. Tore his jacket off of him, beat this dusk wolf on the brink of death and said, don't ever offer me a cigarette again.
Right.
And the last thing he saw before he went unconscious was the bottom of my Vans shoe.
Right. As a dusk wolf should get.
So,
It's like, what are you trying to be fucking edgy?
Yeah,
how
seriously.
long did you work on your fur to make it look like you don't care about how your fur looks?
honestly,
You
man,
fucking edgy piece of shit, dusk wolf.
try to be nice to me, and you're just not going to get it if you're a wolf. I don't like
No.
them. I don't want them around me.
Honestly, something I don't like,
What?
that it only causes despair in my life
What's that?
is when a grasshopper flies out in front of you and you weren't expecting it.
Oh, God. You know
Like-
what's funny? It's good when they're walking in front of you enough, like low enough for you to kick. Because when they
Yeah.
fucking flutter right in front of me and they're right in front of you, kick that thing, ow, that thing flies.
Now, if only I was quick enough to do that with a pheasant or a grouse.
Yeah. We have a person we know went to high school. Remember, he stepped on the grouse that one time in the field. He stepped on something. It was kind of squishy. He's like, what the heck is this? It's the middle of the night. Stepped down a little further, and a little frag grenade of a grouse flew up right in front of his face. That's what you get for playing around.
Nah, man, that's what you get when you step on a snoozing grouse.
I couldn't agree more. Now, if we were to vote something back into West Virginia that we have eliminated, what would we vote back? By the way, pause. Let's put the rap right here, right while we're talking about bringing shit back to West Virginia. Rap insert now. Yeah. Yo. Let me tell you something I don't like. I don't like guys named Mike. And you know I don't like to hike. And you know I don't like to bike. I like to sit at home all alone. I like to sit on my couch. My feet say ouch. Every time I try to be active, I don't like that shit. Every time they say action, you know that I don't like that shit. And I don't like that shit, don't like this shit. You know I don't want to get active. I think it's bullshit. I don't want to sit at home and I want to grow my toenails so freaking long. Grow my toenails out. I want to be lazy sitting on the couch growing my toenails out.
Toenails out, sitting on the couch with my toenails out. Sitting on the couch, grow my toenails out. Sitting on the couch, grow my toenails out. Sitting on the couch, grow my toenails out.
Yeah,
Sitting on the
yeah.
couch, grow my toenails out. Sitting on the
yeah.
couch, grow my toenails out. Sitting on the couch, grow my toenails out. Ooh. Then I go to the motherfucking fridge and I say, what the fuck's inside of here? Cousin Sid, he's like, I don't know. All we got is French fries and toast. I don't know what the fuck you mean. I'm trying to grow out my toes. Oh, he said, no, not your toes. He meant toenails. I said, what the fuck you talking about? Why don't you go pet your snail? He's like, what the fuck you saying? I say, I'm talking about your dick when it leaves that snail trail, bitch. When it leaves that snail trail, bitch. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. Cock out. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck.
Cock out. Sitting on the couch trying to grow my toenails out. Sitting on the couch
Trying to grow my toenails out.
That was fun. Now back to what we would bring back to West Virginia that we've eliminated.
The Great Depression.
Honestly. Bring back no money for everybody.
Right.
High prices.
Saving everything that you could possibly hold in your hands.
Starvation.
Right.
Bring it back. Bring back, your kids being skinny.
Right.
That's a good thing from the Great
Like,
Depression.
bring back having a piece of string in your pocket
For
in
fun.
case your shoelace breaks.
Bring back, saving water on baths by just not having them.
Right. Bring back maybe replacing the soles of your shoes before you grow out of the top. Like, so you'll replace the soles of the shoe and then you re-sew the tops on because you grew out of them.
Bring back the $5 footlong.
Right.
Bring back $5 Little Caesars pizza.
I mean, that was honestly, it's crazy how the $5 footlong started in the Great Depression because that was like a very high end sandwich for the rich people to have, like bankers, lawyers.
You were rich. It was a sign of wealth if you had a 12-inch
factory workers.
If it was a sign of wealth, if you had a foot-long meatball marinara.
Yeah. Some wear a tie and have meatball marinara. And that's when you know you really fucking got it. But like, and then as time went on, like, it's crazy that like the $5 footlong, one, doesn't exist anymore, but two, it just lost its lust.
Yeah.
It's lost its luster, and people as the decrease of the worth of dollar got, people started getting $5 footlongs, and then they just had to eliminate it entirely. Kind of like how Pabst Blue Ribbon was a rare commodity, and it was like a sought-after beer. Same with hams. They were sought after. They were the high-end beers. And now you go to a bar, and they're $1.50.
It's crazy. I'll tell you what, back in the day, here was prime time Subway. You ordered a $5 footlong.
Right.
You had an extra 50 cents on you. You got double cheese.
Right.
You got that double cheese. That brought the luster.
Yeah.
That was a shiny sandwich, and it was amazing. Made you feel rich.
Right.
Do you like cheese?
I love cheese.
How much do you love cheese?
I love cheese so much
How much?
that if I were to get a meatball marinara and then throw some cheese on that bitch, I'd throw some cheese on that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I would put two different types. I'd put American and ghost pepper.
Oh, my gosh.
Have you ever put ghost pepper on a meatball marinara?
I love ghost pepper cheese.
It's so hot.
Actually, pause. I've only ever honestly had habanero pepper cheese.
Right.
I don't think I've ever had ghost pepper cheese.
I
would love it. I love hot things.
I had it at Morgantown Brewing once, and it was hotter than expected. And I thought it was
Did it hurt your belly?
I thought it was pepper jack. I thought I ordered a burger with pepper jack. It was like a special burger they had. And I thought, it's with pepper jack.
You got the ghost of Jack.
And I got the ghost of the pepper jack.
And
It was too hot for me.
did it hurt your belly?
It probably made me leak.
Did you poop a little poo-poo?
Probably. Isn't it crazy how your body says, I ate this, and we're not going to be able to shit this out right now, but whatever's down there, out. It's like we're not getting
everything else out.
Yeah, it's like, we can't really digest it that quick, but everything else out. It's like, how uncomfortable can you get to where you have to just like, well, we can't get rid of this ghost pepper, but all of yesterday's ramen noodles are out. Ramen noodles and pizza and chicken fingers.
Dude, what you just described as food, all that salt and sodium, that's been my diet for the past 72 hours. I've eaten nothing but garbage.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to go grocery shopping this week. So I've been Grubhubbing stuff. You can
drive, you know.
I just hate walking down my stairs and getting into my Toyota Tacoma and driving to Kroger.
That's the richest thing I ever heard.
I like to go to Kroger after I get off of work.
Remember on that one podcast where Theo Vaughn and I think it was like Logan Paul's like, I don't want to die on this planet. That's what that felt like for me. Is like, you're like, I don't want to go downstairs and drive my fancy truck to go to wherever, like this nice restaurant where I can get something and take it home. Fuck that. I want it all to be brought to me on a spaceship.
Dude, do you know? Okay, so I have a question for you.
I want them Wisconsin cheese bites to be brought to me in a Honda Civic.
Well, you're saying that when I get Grubhub, I only order bad stuff, which is mostly true. I don't.
What you're saying is you're right.
Well, no. What I'm saying is I don't get Wisconsin cheese bites, but the stuff that I'm ordering isn't particularly healthy. And then you said, well, like you could go get in your nice Toyota Tacoma and go to a nice restaurant and pick something up to go.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I'm going out to eat, I don't know how to order something healthy.
Right.
I don't. Because
I know there's 2 words at every restaurant. 2 words at every single restaurant that you go to.
What's that?
Chicken tenders.
They always have those. I don't
They're
order.
Always so. Tender.
I don't order that. I'm more of a burger guy, or a wing guy, or a taco guy.
Right.
But I did have chicken tenders recently.
I know you did.
I Grubhubbed them.
Oh yeah.
From Lane's Chicken Finger House or something. They were amazing. But I woke up the next day feeling like I was going to have a heart attack.
Right.
So
that's what Lane's does.
So what? It was great, but it was just like bad for you.
Yeah.
It's honest question.
I'm sorry, no comprende.
How do you order healthy at a restaurant? You personally. If you're like, I want to eat something nice today.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Like, not joking around, I say, Kelly, what do I want?
Yeah.
Because she's the nutrition professional. She's literally a professional. So I say, I want something kind of good for me, and I want to like it. Which one of these items is that thing? And she goes, you're probably like this. Because I don't know a lot of the, I know what the thing is. It'll say like salmon on cedar plank. I'll be like, oh, I can understand that. Cedar's the wood plank. Salmon is the fish. And then it says all the other shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is on this thing?
Yeah. Why does it come out on cedar though?
On a cedar plank?
Yeah. I've never had that.
I think it's just cooked on a cedar plank.
A gimmick?
I'd say it's a gimmick.
Okay. I want a burger cooked on a pine board.
I think that's poisonous.
I actually want a burger cooked on poison ivy board.
Mm-hmm.
That's poisonous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no comprende.
I want some bacon cooked on redwood.
I would like some wings
Cooked on
cooked on chloroform.
Can I get a wing cooked on quartz? Can I get a blue-footed booby cooked on a ruby?
How to manipulate anyone.
I know, because
Can I have some boneless cooked on a stoneless?
because whenever you are ordering food, you have salads. Mm-hmm. Get a salad. But if you order it through Grubhub, I'm always afraid they're going to put meat in the salad that's warm.
So
the thing is, if it's through Grubhub, it's in that styrofoam box, and all that vapor goes up, and then my lettuce is soggy.
the lettuce is going to be soggy regardless, dude.
Not if it's served to me fresh.
How fresh do you want it, man?
I want it fresh as fuck.
You're 5 minutes from everywhere, man. The Grubhub guy's going to pick it up and bring it right to your house, man.
I don't know.
How fresh do you want it, man?
I just don't know how to do that because I'm just afraid of soggy lettuce.
Grab the keys.
Do you think deep down my fear is of soggy lettuce? Because if I'm and honestly, I say lettuce like that's the only healthy thing in any restaurant. Is lettuce even healthy?
I don't think so.
They told me something once.
It cleans your bowels, and that's about it. It's like the toilet paper of inside you.
Interesting. I was told once that an iceberg lettuce salad is just as healthy as eating a bowl of tissue paper. Is that the truth?
I would say I would say I would say that iceberg lettuce is more like the box of the around the tissue. Like if you ate tissues,
Yeah.
the box that's in, that's what iceberg lettuce is.
Cardboard.
Romaine lettuce is like the inside.
Okay. Jesus, man. Whew, that made me laugh.
Really?
I don't know why. Tissue paper, lettuce? Like what?
We don't have to pretend we have all the answers.
I don't know, man. So how do you order healthy when you're ordering through a Grubhub service? What kind of keywords do you look for?
Health? Grilled?
Maybe. Grilled. Grilled's a good word to look for. The grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A are so good. They have the perfect, like, squish to them and a little bit of juiciness to them.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get those? You got to try it if you don't. They're good, dude.
I was at Chick-fil-A the other day,
Okay.
and a couple of weeks before that, I was also at Chick-fil-A.
Interesting.
It's a bi-weekly thing, I'd
Yeah.
say. I don't eat Chick-fil-A a whole lot.
Do you know how many times I've had tacos in the past week? How many times I've ordered tacos?
Since when?
Literally,
7 days?
the last time I had tacos was Tuesday. From Tuesday,
Yesterday.
7 days back.
4.
Yep. I had a total of 16 tacos in a week.
I'd like to see that math add up over a year.
Yeah, dude.
16.
That would be insane if I did 4 tacos every single week for a year. How many weeks are in a year? I don't even know that math. I know this year we have a leap year, though, so we have an extra day in there.
16 times 52.
So account for leap year.
That's 832 tacos.
No, if I would do that every single week,
Yeah.
I could do that.
You almost are having 1,000 tacos a year.
Whoa, I could do that. That should be my
Okay,
challenge
let's
for 2025.
Okay, what's 20 times 52 would definitely be.
Bless you. God bless you.
taco.
Jesus.
A taco.
Sneeze.
If
man.
you ate 20 a week,
Yeah.
20 tacos a week,
Yeah.
you'd have 1,040.
I could do it. The taco place that I eat at, like, it's so good. Like, I could totally do it every other day.
You know how they say you are what you eat?
Yeah.
I think your skin would start to fold in half like a taco shell.
Like a corn tortilla shell.
Yeah.
Do you think
Good
that?
thing good thing it's not a burrito.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
I'd be a
Your
fucking
guts would be
blob, dude.
twisted.
They'd start calling me.
Can I get a skin McTwisted burrito? Taco.
They'd start calling me Sidewinder. Guts winder.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of tacos and Wisconsin cheese bites and cheese that we love and ghost pepper cheese and all that shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Got Milk ad campaigns at school?
Absolutely.
I heard from someone today this could be an absolute lie, or it could be it is a complete fabrication of his own, or it is 100% truth. It is not like something he heard from someone else, because it's so crazy to think about this. So, do you know why those started? Got Milk ad campaigns?
Like the milk mustache ones?
Yeah.
No.
The government did that, by the way. That's why they're at school. It's not like, 2% milk was to put an ad out in school. They can't
Right.
do that.
Right.
We thought that's what it was. Like, make sure we drink milk because 2% milk,
Yeah. And
right?
they would
Has like
paint,
fucking Michael Jordan.
they would paint like bright white mustaches
Yeah.
on these people.
Yeah.
I could never get that.
It dates, the origin dates back to the Great Depression, which is why I said that earlier. So during the Depression, dairy farmers, like no one could afford milk because it was just too expensive. So the government subsidized, maybe not subsidized, but they decided, hey, we need the milk to keep going. So whatever milk the dairy farmers can't sell, we're going to buy it to help the economy keep going.
Yeah.
So the government's buying milk. But they can't just like store milk places.
Right.
It's just going to go bad. So years go by and they keep doing this because it takes years and years and like decades to like get things back on track. But the dairy farmers are like, oh, well, whatever I don't sell, the government's going to buy. So I'm going to just get as much milk out there as possible. I'm just going to like freaking milk these cows dry as fuck. So they're just pushing milk out there, right? But milk spoils. So cheese doesn't spoil as quickly.
Yeah.
So the government said, well, okay, we're going to turn it to cheese. But they can't sell the cheese the government can't sell the cheese quick.
Right.
Right? So they have to start storing it places. They have to start putting cheese in places.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to put all this fucking cheese they're buying from these dairy farmers.
They don't have a freezer?
So it's a lot of cheese.
Okay.
Like think of just millions of giant blocks of cheese.
Oh, sounds like heaven.
Right? And so there are like underground bunkers where like, if like, nuclear holocaust happens, there's these underground bunkers filled with cheese to this day.
No
and that's
way.
why the ad started in the late like 90s was because they were trying to like, okay, we got way too much fucking dairy in this bitch. We got too much cheese. We got too much milk. We got to do something about this. We got to push milk. We got to get milk in these kids' bodies. We got to say it's good for their bones. We got to do we got to do everything we possibly can. We got to get Michael Jordan in on this. We got to get Jenny Finch, the professional softball pitcher. We got to get freaking Miley Cyrus on this shit.
So is milk actually good for you?
I don't know that.
Or is it just okay?
I think it's not that great for you because people are now intolerant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like I have a intolerance.
Really?
Whenever I drink milk,
intolerance?
or have dairy,
Dude.
what's it called? Is it dairy
lactose
intolerant? Like I'm probably lactose intolerant because anytime I have like a lot of cheese or a lot of, I'm just like shitting everywhere. It's just like nothing's solid. I've never seen solid ground before. It's just everything's an ocean around me.
I started watching this documentary where they were making twin people, like brothers and sisters who were twins
at the same time,
like identical twins,
right?
Making one of them eat vegan and one of them eat whatever, like a corn, not
you are what you eat.
Like a herbivore.
You are what you eat.
Or not an omnivore. And I kind of turned it off because most of it ended up like pushing a vegan diet. Mm-hmm. I noticed.
It was sponsored by it.
Yeah, it's like totally like pushing a vegan way of life. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of things in there, and I've heard this before about like milk being not really like milk being pushed
right
by outside sources for
right.
people to start drinking because we're the only people who drink other
right
animals' milk or whatever else.
Well, it's because the government had freaking underground layers full of it.
Wow.
And so my first fucking thought, this is my first thought when I heard there's freaking underground bunkers full of cheese,
and
just
milk.
To the brim of cheese. Stored there. It's still there. Still there.
Yeah.
There's still cheese there. What I thought was, okay, you're telling me when a fucking nuclear holocaust happens, when somebody attacks somebody else and there's a nuclear bomb going off and everybody's rushing and the United States says, everybody go to these sites We have to get everybody in these bunkers. Run. We're all going to die. You have to get to these bunker sites. So you're telling me that there's going to be a point where people are packing into these bunkers and there's going to be people dying on the outside because there's too much fucking cheese in here?
Yeah.
So we're like packing in, and there's gonna be like, oh God, there's too much cheese. We gotta get the cheese out of here. And there's people burning alive outside because cheese.
Yeah, that's true.
And so there's gonna be some fat fuckers like, who's lactose intolerant? Okay, you guys get in the back. Everybody that can eat cheese, get to the front. So they're just fucking pounding cheese, and they're just drinking milk, and just to make room for the rest of us.
Yes,
because there's a dude in the back that he goes up the front just to devour cheese so his family can get in.
I'm glad you're telling me all this. I'm glad you're telling me about
our country is going downhill because of there's cheese.
I'm glad you're telling me about the government storing cheese in bunkers after the Great Depression because they bought all of the milk from the farmers.
Right.
Because all of this time, I have thought that the government was buying hot dogs from farmers during the Great Depression. And I thought their way of getting rid of all of the hot dogs was to have hot dog eating contests. So whoever can eat the most hot dogs to make space for safety in these bunkers. Turns out that's just a sport. If the government was intelligent, they would be having cheese eating competitions to get rid of the cheese in the safety bunkers in case a nuclear war happens.
Before the Depression, hamburgers.
Interesting.
Plain macaroni.
Interesting.
Other things that now have cheese that don't.
Nestle chocolates.
No Cheese Whiz.
Ugh.
Nestle chocolates. Nestle chocolates used to have cheese on them.
You said other things. I'm just thinking outside the box.
Have you seen Hershey's bars without cheese?
No, I have not.
Not since 1952.
Dude,
it's the Tower of Cheese. They had it in the Goofy movie. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know, dude. They're pushing cheese and lactose all up on us Americans.
Who invented the cheese pizza? Was it the Italians? I fucking doubt it. They were just making pie, not pizza pie.
Ronald Reagan, probably.
He's like, just put cheese on anything. We gotta get rid of this shit.
That motherfucker. It's delicious.
It's like, okay,
tricked us.
And Ronald Reagan's cousin or like nephew or something was like, here's what we do to get rid of the cheese. We melt it down and then put it in an aerosol can. And then
tell people to put it on crackers.
Then teens will be addicted to just putting it straight in their fucking mouths. And then after that, they'll go, I wonder what else I can put in my mouth. And then they'll start having oral sex.
Oh.
Thanks, Ronald Reagan's nephew.
Thanks, Ronald Reagan. You're really fucking us.
Yeah. Orally.
Do you have any announcements for the podcast?
I think that we shouldn't have free will, because when we do have free will,
amen, brother.
When we do have free will, we vote wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And when the government has their way, we have cheese.
Yeah. Honestly,
it's a fucking no-brainer. Would you rather have cheese or wolves?
You can't win. You can't win in this world.
I want cheese wolves. Hey.
Today's prey wants cheese wolves. Today's prey wants cheese wolves. We want cheese wolves.
Cheese
today,
wolves.
Yeah. Cheese wolves. Cheese wolves. Cheese wolves.
Macaroni and wolves. Macaroni and wolves. Macaroni and wolves. Macaroni and wolves.
Give us a follow on Instagram, Today's Pray. Give us a follow on TikTok, Today's Pray Podcast. And if you watch our YouTube videos, hit that subscribe button. Cheese wolves.
Macaroni,
Cheese wolves.
macaroni.
I want a cheese pizza with some cheese wolves. I want some fondue cheese wolves.
Whippets and cheese, whippets and cheese. CO2.